Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Woolly Thistle Shopcast. I'm Corinne, your host, and this is Maggie, our marketing manager extraordinaire, and we are back with you for a new episode with lots and lots of yarn and good things to show this time. We're also going to be visited by Rachel, who is sending in a postcard from Fair Isle, and we have a special guest with us this time, and we'll share more about that when we get there. So Maggie, what have you been up to lately?
Some knitting, mostly sock knitting because it's so hot.
And it's the sock sprint.
And it is the sock
and
sprint.
And so many socks are being knitted. I noticed, I think, that there's a lot of Rauma, not Vams, Vendré. Yeah, because nice thick wool, getting it up really fast. So a lot of people are knitting with that. They must have got the sock bag, which is great. Yeah,
I've seen those, and I've actually seen quite a bit of Exmoor.
Yes.
Which is always really fun.
Yeah,
to
that's
see.
beautiful yarn.
And it's just fun to see everybody's socks. Some are, always done in a flash.
And are you staying nice and cool? It's been horrible.
It has been so hot. And I am. I wilt in the heat. I do not tolerate heat well.
Slug.
I'm not quite sure how I lived in Florida for a decade.
Oh my God, I can't imagine. Well, you lived in air conditioning. I'm sure you ran from air conditioner to air conditioner.
And we have a portable unit at the house, so we basically have one room.
And you sit around it.
And we all just kind of, it'll cool, our living room's fairly decent size, and it'll cool that. But, so I spent most of the weekend hunkered down in there. Did some chores on Saturday and just left me feeling like, ugh.
Yeah, it's been pretty tough. Although, everywhere. I mean, even the UK is having a heat wave. I mean, I grew up with summers that were like 70 and people were hot then. I can't imagine what it must feel like. And they don't have air conditioning. They just never needed it before.
Yeah.
So I feel you. That's hard. I was going on and on about how beautiful the weather was this summer. I think I forgot that it does actually get hot.
Yeah.
And as soon, I love the weather. It's so nice. Perfect knitting weather. And then heat wave. I've been sitting in front of the AC knitting socks as well. So we'll show you those in a minute, I think. Yeah. Maggie, why don't you announce our first winner of the episode?
Sure, I'd love to. Our first winner of a $25 gift card to the Woolly Thistle is Angie Susie. And she says, "Hi ladies, always look forward to your Shopcast and lovely segments. It was so nice to see the view of Fair Isle that Jean showed. It looked great. Just like the cover of Fair Isle Nurse. It was also nice to see Denise as well. I will knit her sock pattern with my yarn from last year's sock bag as well. P.S. I love The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings as well." So Angie, if you can email us at info@thewoollythistle, put prize winner in all caps in the subject line, we will get you your $25 gift card. Yes,
and we ask that you put it all in capitals so that your email jumps out and we get to it a little bit faster, perhaps.
Yes. And if you would like to be eligible for a prize, just go ahead and leave a comment on today's Shopcast. Just
give us a thumbs up.
Anything of note that you'd like to say. We just love reading your comments. They're always really nice. And prizes are chosen at random. Yep.
So leave us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, please, and leave a comment. And we will, pick a comment at random to be a prize winner. So well done, Angie. Well done, you. And yes, she mentions that we had Denise and Jean last time. Those were great. Denise gets a lot of love for sure.
She does. She's so fun to watch.
She is. And so thank you if you're new to us or went off and found Denise, or if you're a fan of Denise and you found us through that, that's lovely. You're very welcome here. And
if you're brand new and not quite sure who Denise is, go back to the last
Look at the last one, And Jean, I thought, did a spectacular job with her video from Fair Isle.
Yeah.
Yeah, just lovely. That was a fun episode.
It was a fun episode.
Can we top it this time? Sure we can. Okay, so I am not wearing any wool at all, funnily enough, and neither are you. It's too hot.
It's too hot.
Let's go straight into what we're knitting.
Yeah.
Do you have any FOs?
I do.
All right.
I do. All right, speaking of Denise, I finished my One More Step socks.
Gorgeous.
So...
Oh, you did. Good job.
I did. So I think last time I had one of them done.
Yeah. And you'd started the cuff, I think.
Yeah. And then in doing the second one, I realized I'd actually messed up a little on the third one. Nobody else bought it but me, so I wasn't going to redo anything. But there is this little rib here, which I should have had a pearl after to make that one.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see like that.
Well,
one has.
you've
So
created
it's
a new
fine.
stitch. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can see
element.
that without that pearl, the cable kind of just blends in.
Yeah.
So you need those pearls.
I like
but
that.
Either way,
Yeah.
I'll still wear them.
Oh yeah.
And one pair out of one skein of Exmoor.
150-gram skein.
Yeah.
One pair of socks. She has tiny feet.
And I think that Denise said that though for her. I don't know what size Denise wears, but I'm a 6.5.
They don't look extraordinarily small.
No, I mean they fit on a standard women's blocker.
Did you have any left?
I did. I had like a tiny bit left, which was almost a little frustrating. Like, are you kidding me? Not one full skein out of my stash. But,
well, beautiful.
yeah.
And what did you knit them with?
I knit them with Exmoor.
Yep, John Arbin Exmoor.
Yeah,
sock
I think
yarn.
this is what, Bibble Bug?
Yes. Yes.
So.
Well,
I
good.
really like. This was my first time working with Exmoor. I really liked it.
It is really nice. And once, have you washed these?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do soften up, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice crunchy sock yarn.
It is.
Yeah.
So nice.
Any other FOs?
No other FOs. I do have a
I have an FO.
Oh, let me see.
So I have an FO, and here it is.
It's so cute.
The cutest baby knit I think ever. I love it. Look at it.
So adorable.
So I think this is actually, it stretched a little bit when I blocked it, so I think it might even fit longer than I had thought. This is for it's for Kelsey, might as well just say, and I'm going to be sending this off to her after showing you guys. I knit it in raw felted tweed. The pattern is by Sandra, I forget her last name, and she is an excellent designer, and she had us do an I-cord around every single edge, and also we did a fake little side seam with an I-cord, all not applied after but knit during the knitting. And so you can see there how pretty.
I hadn't seen her patterns before, but linking this for you, looking
She's
at
got
all
great
her patterns,
patterns.
she has beautiful patterns.
She does a lot of baby patterns.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It made me wish I had more babies to knit.
Well,
for.
I've enjoyed this as a nice summer thing to knit because it's small.
Yeah.
It took me forever though with my hands, but that's okay. The pattern is written for garter stitch, which I did not want to knit in the round. So I love this just moss stitch, you know, knit 2, purl 2 for 2 rows, and then purl 2, knit 2 for the other 2 rows. And I did that for Caitlin's little baby pants too, which I think the pattern was written for that though. So I'm very happy with it. It's lovely and soft. We don't have too much of this in the shop. I know, right? Perfect for a little baby. So highly recommend this designer if you're needing to knit a baby knit. She walks you through step by step. She does a lot of different sizes in the baby.
Cute buttons too.
You know what? That was just lucky. I found them in my stash and I had 5 of them, which is what I needed. And I sewed them on with a little crisscross rather than 2 and 2.
Aww.
Yeah, but you know, even look at, I mean, just look at how that's finished.
Yeah, so pretty.
It really is. It's just, you
Good
know,
attention to
I-cord,
detail, yeah.
very good attention to detail. She had a genius way of finishing the I-cord, which I will not share here because it's in her pattern, but yep, just beautiful finishing all around, and just very clever the way she has you decrease, creates this extra volume around the legs in the diaper area. You know, it's not flat.
Right.
There's lots of extra volume in there. I think she's very clever. So I have that as my FO.
Very cute.
Yes. And I have to send it off today. So let's see your whips.
My whips? Well, it's only one whip.
Okay.
I mean, well, that's not true. Apparently it's shoe. So it's 2 socks.
Ooh.
So this is Mousam Falls.
Yeah, or sock yarn from Jagger Spun.
And
100% wool.
it was Krista, who works here, is lovely, and she brought in some Addy clips for me to try. So while I was watching a training one day, I cast on a sock. And so I started another Irene sock because I just really love this pattern.
Popping. It's really popping.
It does. It really pops in this.
Yeah.
Like it looked really nice. And this one I went down to a 64, which is my standard.
Because this yarn's a little bit thicker. The last time you knit this was in
Coop knits.
Right.
And I did it on 72.
And that was very thin. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's that. Beginning.
How'd you like those needles?
I like them. They're fun. I'm sort of weird with socks. I'll knit socks any which way. DPNs, magic loop.
Yeah.
9-inch circular.
Yeah.
I just kind of bounce all around. But they're fun. I'd never knit these before. I'm curious to see how I like them for the heel.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never used. I've never
little...
tried them. I am not like that.
I think if you don't like DPNs, I don't know that you would like these.
Right, and I'm not a DPN knitter. Not for. Oh, I like that it goes with your bag.
It does.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So that's that one started, and then I started the Bandon socks using Garthenor Snowdonia.
The witchy what?
They're called Bandon. That's the name of the pattern.
Okay. Who's
it is by Jackie Perota.
Okay.
And I think they're really pretty. I'm gonna scooch up a little so you can see. It's a very dark skein, so it's not. I don't feel like it's doing the pattern justice, but I'm having fun doing it.
And it's a marled skein.
It's a marled skein too, so it has like a little lacy panel here, and then this is
garter,
and then the back is. So I turned the heel the other day. She has to do a heel flap and gusset, but I did the. I decided to do the shadow wrap heel, mostly because it was faster, and I basically have it memorized now.
Yeah. Very good.
Did that.
I like this yarn. How do you like knitting with the yarn?
I'm really liking it. Again, my first time knitting with Snowdonia, and it feels quite thin, but it floofs up.
Yep. Yeah. Very nice.
It feels really nice and woolly.
Well, I too am knitting socks, and I am just, you know me and vanilla. Can I have one of the sock blockers?
Absolutely.
Thank you. So I don't know if I'll fit in here because this fits my foot. I'm knitting on Daughter of a Shepherd. There we go. Oh, sorry, I haven't done my ends yet. Daughter of a Shepherd, and I think this is the middle color. And I just did a 3x1 rib on the heel, made them nice and short. And then I did heel flap and gusset, where the heel flap, I think I'm terrible. I think what I did was I divided the heel stitches in 3. And so the middle part is a third, and then a third is over here, and a third is over here. And so it's kind of like a box flap. So it's not one of these that makes a triangle. It's just a box.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah. I do that quite often when I'm just, doing my own thing. And I just wanted to do my own thing, I think, with this. And I am really enjoying knitting with it. And I've cast on the second one, and like you, Maggie, I still have all this, and this is a 50-gram skein.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I don't know.
So I think I will break into the second one. I haven't.
It feels so nice.
Isn't it nice?
Has it been blocked yet or no?
No. And putting it on my.
I just got like a woof with.
Oh my god! Knitting with this is so good.
It is so good.
Yeah, it's lovely. I've been huffing my bag and yarn. So yeah, I will need a second ball, I think, but I'm amazed at how well it's, stretching.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And it feels really good on my foot. Of course, your foot is going to be less sensitive to itch, probably.
Right.
Mine sure is. Not that I don't feel it
I gotta
anyway,
say,
but
all of a sudden I'm really attracted to the shorty socks.
I think it's the heat.
I don't. Maybe.
I think it was for me. I was like, oh my god, I'm knitting. I just want to. Plus it's a sprint. I don't want to knit alone.
It is very quick and satisfying. There was something about just knitting like 2 to 3 inches and then being like, heel time.
Yeah, exactly. I think that because I'm a top-down knitter too, so I want to get that heel done.
Yeah. Especially, I find the heel so satisfying.
Yeah. But
yeah,
yeah, it's good, and I think it's got plenty of cushion. I'm knitting this on a US 1, so I feel like I've got good tension there. That should help. This Daughter of a Shepherd yarn does have 10% nylon in it to give it a little bit of extra strength too. So yeah, I have cast on my second one. I'm working on the the cuff right now. I think these will go zoom zoom, which is good. And yeah, Daughter of a Shepherd is a wonderful sheepy wool to be knitting with. And Maggie, are we going to have more of this coming to the shop?
We are, and actually if you head to the shop today, you can get it now.
Yeah. Which is really, really good. So this is 50-gram skeins, 3 colors, all natural. One is a lighter gray, one is this medium brownish gray, and then the dark.
Very deep,
Which I want to knit with all 3, I think. Oh, and you could do really good color work too. Yeah. So 50-gram skeins, so you can mix it up if you want to. All right, that's it for me. That is the sum of what I've been able to get done. Yeah. So now it's time to bring in our very special guest who is new to the Shopcast, but probably not new to some of our customers. And let's bring her in and we'll introduce her.
Okay.
All right, so here we are with Graidi, who is our customer service representative, who deals with all our customer questions when you email the shop. And we wanted to get her on the Shopcast because she is knitting up a storm and doing so much swatching and things like that. So welcome to the Shopcast, Graidi.
Thank you very much.
And why don't you show us some of what you have in your lap there?
Sure. So we'll start.
Yeah,
if I'm gonna have Maggie hold some. I have a very full basket on my lap that's gonna try to slide away here. So I think on a previous Shopcast recently we had talked a little about Navia, which is a new to us as well. So I brought those swatches in. Yeah.
Can I dive? This is me. I dive right in.
Corrine can be the ball holder, the skein holder.
Yeah.
So these are two different swatches of Tradition, which is the worsted Aran weight yarn here, on slightly different needle sizes, a 8 and a 6, US 8, US 6.
Beautiful.
So the 8 has a lot of nice drape. I think it would be really nice for a sweater. The 6 is a little bit denser, so gonna keep you really warm.
This is truly rustic wool.
Yes.
So this is probably not next to skin, although I bet you I could, but
yes, exactly.
But most people probably would
tolerance.
not. I do,
and I do as well.
You
so
do?
I might not be a good judge of that.
But you know, with a long sleeve t-shirt under this, you'd be
Absolutely.
fine.
I was thinking something like even the like the Miles shirt jack is one that I know it's kind of meant maybe as an outerwear piece that you would certainly wear something underneath. I think would be really nice in the Navia. And then the Brushed Tradition is lighter weight, I think Sport DK weight, which also works up really nicely. Again, more rustic. It is brushed, so it's a little bit softer feel to it.
And with it being a lighter weight yarn too, it probably feels a wee bit softer.
Yes,
just because of that as well.
Absolutely. And that one, again, this was on a US 6, so has some nice drape to it. Could be really.
Have you always been a swatch knitter, Graidi?
I have to confess, no. I used to hate knitting swatches for projects, but now that I have been working here and am around so many lovely yarns.
You want to try them out quickly?
Absolutely. I want to try them out, and also I've been planning for our upcoming sweater KAL.
Ooh,
so
fun.
Trying to decide. I have a pattern in mind. Trying to decide what.
Is it a secret, or can you share what it is?
It is the Misty Morning Cardigan.
Okay.
Zanete. Zanete Knits, I think is her name, but she's actually a Latvian designer, living, I believe, in the UK now, and has a lot of beautiful colorwork sweater designs as well, which the colorwork extends into the body and the sleeves.
Love that.
Because she gets very bored with stockinette stitch. The cardigan is just a stockinette, but it has some interesting details in the construction.
So what yarn will you use?
I'm kind of leaning toward these next swatches, which is our new Gotland that's coming.
Very, very exciting. Maggie, do you want to show while we're
Yes.
talking about it? Or?
Yes, I think she's even.
So I have
some
these
here?
two.
Yeah.
So I have these two because we also have knit by Krista.
Yeah.
This hat here.
Gorgeous. What's the name of this hat? Just so people
I
can...
believe it's the Loon Hat.
All right, so we'll put that up.
I'll double check the designer.
Have you felt this?
It's amazing.
Isn't it?
It is, I think, and I had told Corinne and Maggie this last week when I had knit my first swatch. I think this is one of my favorite yarns that I've ever knit with. It is incredibly soft, has a nice sheen to it, and just a beautiful drape. Here's a couple swatches.
Yeah.
This is a 6, and this is a US 5.
Oh my.
So pretty.
It's
smooth.
Incredibly soft.
Yeah.
It's smooth, but it still feels so woolly.
It does.
It does.
It's got a halo.
Exactly. Has a lot of halo to it.
Yeah. Lovely.
Which I love.
Yes, we love that too. And so this beautiful yarn comes from Jagger, and we're very excited about it because the Woolly Thistle is the only one to be selling it, which is so exciting. And they imported the Gotland, and it's a 50-50 Gotland and wool blend. Gotland is wool, but in particular Gotland. And then the wool they use for their heathers is the other half of what makes this up. So we have several colors, and we'll show you those in a minute, but you like knitting with it, and we love DFO.
Yes.
And it's a sport weight.
Yes. And I think from what little I've learned in the swatches I'm showing you today, I think it's pretty true to a sport weight. I actually have a couple others, Ulcentrum, which is also, I think, categorized as a sport, but I would say it's on the lighter end, at least for my gauge swatching.
This is gorgeous. I love this so much. There's the
of that one.
Pretty color.
This particular color is beautiful. It has some gray heathering in with the light blue.
What's nice about a sport weight though is very versatile. You can knit it tighter like a fingering, or you can go up to a DK sometimes.
Absolutely.
Gorgeous. We're fans of Ulcentrum.
Another sport weight. This is Vovo, which I love their labels.
I know. So this is Retrosaria. Vovo is a, did you just say it was a sport weight?
It is, again, it's categorized as a sport. I would say maybe on the heavier end, might be leaning toward a DK.
Well, yeah, so what size needle did you knit that on?
This is a 6, 4, 6. That one is a 5, I believe.
What a difference, though.
Yes. And still has a little drape. It's not too rigid. But
the stitches are extremely well defined.
They are.
Yeah. This is nice. This would be nice for a sweater. I mean, they both would.
That's my second consideration for the cardigan that I'm thinking for the KAL.
Exciting.
This
beautiful swatches, by the way. Mine never look this good ever.
I have to give some credit to the yarn, because if you look at them all, compare them, some of them are a lot more uniform looking than the other. And I was just discussing this with my mom today about.
We should can we say Krista is Graidi's mom? So we have a mother-daughter team here.
Yes, and Krista, my mom, is the one that knit the hat.
Yeah.
And she works in our fulfillment team.
Yep. She makes sure all your orders go out on time.
So you might hear, she does some email too, so you might hear from her occasionally.
Yeah.
So this is Strikkegarn.
Yeah, we love.
Sister, cousin to Finnell.
Yep.
Which is a DK weight, and I think a pretty true DK.
And Maggie, you've been knitting something off screen with, and you're really enjoying the Strikkegarn.
I'm really enjoying the Strikkegarn.
Yeah. You just can't beat it.
Yeah. And that one,
such a good workhorse.
And then the last one here is Bruska.
Right.
Which this swatch is a little different. I actually used 2 different needle sizes.
Yeah.
So you can see there's kind of a row in the middle.
Yeah.
This is a 9, US 9. This is a US 7. And this is a worsted weight.
Okay.
And I was very surprised. It's pretty rustic feeling when you're knitting with it. I still enjoy it. Again, I really like the rustic wools and have a high tolerance for that kind of rustic feel. But once it was washed, it became incredibly soft.
Yes, completely different. Although I don't think this is a scratchy wool per se. No. I think it's just like all of Retrosaria's yarn. It feels very compact and solid when you hold it in the ball. But this is lovely too.
Yes.
Nice and drapey.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
I know. For a worsted weight, it's got a lot of drape, which is nice.
Did you feel like after doing the gauge swatch that it was like a true worsted? Or like...
I think so. I mean, I would say kind of true, maybe on the lighter end. The gauge I got, I think was... I wrote them all down. I don't have them all memorized. I think it was around 18 stitches on a US 7. So definitely not a DK. But it's a light enough, it's much lighter feeling than you would expect when you feel it in the ball.
So this is just a selection of yarns that you were really wanting to play with.
Absolutely.
Yes. And it's a perfect sort of charcuterie board of different yarns that we have here, for sure. And very useful, I think. You know, you learn a lot when you swatch.
Yes,
for sure.
I certainly do. And it's nice because answering emails and people have questions about some yarns that we carry and if it will work for certain patterns. So it's really helpful both for that and my own knitting.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's great. So do you have any whips you want to share with us?
I do actually have a few whips as well that I'm happy to share.
Whichever whip you want first.
We'll start with this one first. I think some of you might be familiar with this because Corinne and Maggie have showed it on the Shopcast. My son had been sick, so I couldn't come on the Shopcast, but they showed it to you. So this is my vanilla sweater, which is a little wrinkly right now. But this is actually in the Dehesa de Barrera, the Spanish merino fingering weight. Gorgeous. Which I think is a pretty heavy fingering weight. It's very squishy, both the yarn itself and the knit fabric.
Now, do you know if you're getting gauged to the pattern or are you adjusting?
When I had done my swatch, I was a tiny bit, I had more stitches than I needed. So I did do I was kind of in between sizes as well.
Yeah.
So I took that into account. I'm expecting it to be slightly smaller than the pattern
Which is
itself.
fun because there's loads of ease in it.
And I will say too, I'm also on a US 7, which I tend to be a very tight knitter. So for example, my mom usually has to go down or size or 2 in needles. I have to go up a size or 2.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's coming along.
It looks great, and I think it's great to know that, of course, the vanilla can be knitted in any yarn you like. You just have to take that stitch count into consideration.
Exactly. And I think it's such a versatile pattern, and
and it's lovely in this yarn.
It is. It's really soft. I can't wait to finish it and be able to wear it. And then my next whip is with the same. Maggie's my Vanna. So this one is the old Centrum that I had done my swatch in, which I don't know if you can see. It's that beautiful gray heathering in it. So much so that I bought the skein, and I'm having fun playing with it. This one is called the Magic Hat by P for Parsnip. P is for Parsnip is the designer. And it is, I believe, a free pattern.
It's lovely.
And it has some lace look to it, but it's actually kind of ribbing. I don't know if when you stretched out. So her story behind it was that she had wanted to design a hat for a friend who was having a child, I think, that they didn't want the hat only to last for a week. Because babies are infamous for growing so fast. So this one is really versatile in that
it'll stretch.
It will stretch a lot. She actually has on the Ravelry page photos, the pattern photos, I think it's the same hat on her 1 or 2 year old as it is on her. She has modeled it on both of them.
Wow.
So
that's great.
Yes.
This is my favorite kind of lacy look too.
Yes, and it's very simple. It's just a 4-row repeat.
Love
and you're
it.
Just doing yarn over and knit 2 togethers.
Yes, I see.
And then PSSO, which is slipping, knitting, and and then a yarn over as well.
It's lovely, lovely.
So it looks much more complicated than it is.
So much knitting is though.
Yes,
you know, it's sort of intimidating until you actually try and you're like, oh,
yes,
how clever.
So that is fun. And I have a 4-year-old son, so I don't know if it'll fit him or if me or both of us this winter. Probably both of us, because we go out a lot, so it's good to have extra hats when one gets wet. Although that's the beauty of wool, is that you can still get it wet and keep going.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, you were just telling me that he has a lot of let lopey.
He does.
My mom. For that.
Yep, my mom loves to knit mittens, and she has knit him probably at least 4 pairs now of mittens in let lopey.
And they just shake off the snow.
Absolutely. Yep, and he never complains. Again, I have a pretty high tolerance for the rustic wools, or what people think is scratchy. I have a sweater in let lopey as well that I just wear with the t-shirt.
And
so
you're fine.
He loves those, because then he just comes over to me, I shake the snow off, and he keeps going.
Back on, nice and warm. Ooh, what is this?
And then this is my FO. This is some of you might have seen photos on social media. I don't think we've seen any video yet.
Can we put your Instagram up here?
Absolutely.
So we'll put your Instagram there.
It's just Graidi made. And this is called the Sutton Shawlette, which I knit in our West Yorkshire Spinners 4-ply, which I didn't bring a ball of, but yes. And this was a test knit / crochet.
So
this is a combination of, you do the crochet triangle, and then you pick up stitches along the border here, and just do some back and forth stockinette with a little twisted stitch down the spine.
Now, mind blown. So, I mean, we always know that sock yarn can be used to knit other things, but I've only ever used it for socks. West Yorkshire Spinners.
Yes.
And to see how squishy this is crazy.
This is a US 4 needle, and the equivalent to crochet hook. I think it's, I don't remember the letter, but it's, I think, a 4mm, 3.5 or 4mm.
That's probably a J or something like
no, it's more like a G. F or G, somewhere in that range.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty, and I'm surprised.
And it works up.
Not that it's pretty, but the structure spinners is so squishy.
Yeah, even on a larger gauge, that's
Yeah.
with the Hansel Hap, which is in the office.
Yeah.
That's what I loved about that too, is
Yeah.
it's still opaque. It's
Yeah.
not like a holy fabric.
Right.
But even on a US 8, that JNS
Yes.
is so nice.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
So versatile.
I've been looking at my whip. I haven't finished mine
No.
yet, and I've been looking at it thinking I need to get back on that. It's calling me. So.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that was really fun to knit. So yeah, that
Very
are my
nice.
projects.
Very, very nice.
Thank
Very
you.
nice. Well, thank you for coming on the Shopcast.
Yes.
I think we'll have you on whenever you want to come on and tell us what
All
you're
right.
knitting.
Sounds good.
But it's great too that customers or viewers will now be able to put a face to the name
Yes.
because you do talk to a lot of our customers, don't
I
you?
do.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Is there any recurring themes in the questions you get?
We have a lot of discussion about vanilla sweater
Mm-hmm.
pattern. That's kind of one of our staple patterns kits in the shop. So a lot of questions about that.
Yeah.
And then right now there's a lot of sweater questions.
Yeah, getting ready for the sweater.
Everyone's
Cal.
getting ready for the KAL.
Great.
And yeah, occasionally we'll get some FO emails, which is always fun to see what
Yeah.
people have knit
Yeah.
and come up with their yarns.
Yeah, good.
So, yeah.
Well, thanks so much, Graidi.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we hope you enjoyed Graidi. She's awesome. We really love her here in the shop, and her mom, Krista. They're a great team. And she was talking about the Gotland. So we have it here to show you. When is this in the shop, Maggie?
This is actually in the shop. It'll be in the shop Friday by the time they come. It goes live on Tuesday. So
Tuesday. Okay.
but we have plenty of yarn, and so you should visit
Yes.
the shop. Yeah.
Yes. So it's a sport weight. And how many colors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? What's
Yeah,
this?
5 dyed colors and 1 natural.
It feels amazing.
Yeah, it has a. It smells so good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And these are 50 gram skeins. They're nice and they've got some drape, but they're very woolly.
Yeah, they're so nice.
They really are. And you can see it's got fluff. There's a lot of fluff built in
Yeah.
here. Absolutely gorgeous.
They feel wonderful.
They do. And so Gotland is a Swedish yarn, if you don't know. There's an island of Gotland. It's a medieval island, and they have their own sheep. And Gotland is a gray sheep with a long staple curly hair. And so it makes this lovely drapey yarn. And so they use wool from their heather range and blend it with the Gotland. So the result is this very lovely, woolly, drapey, delicious, gorgeous yarn. So we're very excited about it. You can only get it at the Woolly Thistle, and we hope that you are going to take advantage of this very special offering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's show some colors.
So this one is true blue. There are 2 blue shades, but they're pretty different.
Okay, so this one's more, yeah, it's kind of
That was
bluey
like a
gray.
greeny blue.
Yeah, this is North Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
There. Why don't you hold yours up? Yeah, so you can see this one's more blue and this one's more green blue, but it is
And
blue.
then there's also a green
Yes.
spruce, which you can see next to. They're so pretty together.
They are gorgeous. They feel, the hand on them is just beautiful.
It's a
I
really
love this
gorgeous
red
one.
one. This is brick. Very nice.
Yeah. And last but not least, purple haze.
Love purple. Purple
Yeah,
haze.
So good.
You know,
Yes.
this yarn does make your heart slow down, I think.
It really
And speed
does.
up, all the right things. And of course gray, this is a natural, it's not dyed, and it goes with all the colors so well.
Yeah. They're really beautiful.
So we will put some pattern ideas on the product page so that you can get some inspiration there.
Yep.
For sure. This is a brand new yarn, brand new, so there's not a lot written for it yet. I'm sure that may come though.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed that. And what else do we want to share this in the shop?
We had a little bit of Berlin yarn that came into the shop.
Yep.
So by the time you're watching, there's the tiny bit of speckled hen left. So
Love
pretty.
this.
I know.
It is. And of course, that's the Cheviot is the white and Hebridean is the brown.
Yep. And speaking of Hebridean, so
Yep.
we've got the PD brown.
Gorgeous.
Sorry, that's
It feels so good. And of course, Berlin yarn comes from Meg, who lives on Berneray. And she has a flock of Hebridean sheep there.
Yeah, and bog cotton, which is 100% Cheviot.
Yeah, and she sources the Cheviot locally too.
And storm gray, which is a mix of the Hebridean and the bog cotton.
Which, how you get gray from brown, and so it's a very warm gray always, but it always blows my mind that you can get these grays.
And then hard, which is
a light brown.
A lighter.
I mean a light gray.
So there's some of that still in the shop.
Yep, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, yes, very storage yarn, really.
And we also had, I was kind of excited about this, a little top-up of Blacker Lioness in their 4-ply.
Which Lioness is 50-50 wool and linen.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to wear this today.
Oops.
Oops. So I have a beautiful linen sweater, the KAL by Elizabeth Doherty, in this particular color right here. And I was going to wear it today, and it completely slipped my mind. Also, it's hot.
It is hot.
But this is linen, or 50% linen, so, you know, if you're going to be wearing knits, it's a good choice.
Is your sweater long sleeve?
It's 3/4.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking of, there's a new pattern out called the Quilty by Tiff Nealon, and I'm tempted.
You're thinking?
I'm tempted.
It's really nice to knit with. What I like about it being a 50-50 wool blend is that there's still a bit of spring in it. It's not really hard on your fingers like knitting with cotton can feel. So.
And I don't have any summer sweaters, and I know we're currently in like a heat wave, but often in New England you do get evenings that'll cool down, or even days that you can just still wear. Yeah. So I probably will.
Well, or if you're in air conditioning, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go through the colors then, shall we? So this one's aquamarine, and it's all 4-ply.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Emerald.
Oh, lovely. This is tourmaline, or tourmaline, I'm not sure. It's a lovely dusky pink, light dusky pink.
Serpentine.
Yeah. These are all named after rocks. Peridot, which is a great color.
Sapphire.
Quartz. Natural
Ruby.
That's pretty. Moonstone, which is a nice beige.
Lapis.
Yeah. And then the last one here is onyx.
Pretty.
Which is slightly darker than the quartz.
Okay.
But you can see the linen blended in there. It gives it a really, I don't know, like a watercolory effect or something, you know? And a sheen as well. Just
it
very
gives
lovely.
It some heathering.
Yeah, it's not a solid. It's lovely. So yep, that's in the shop now, Maggie.
Yeah, those are in the shop now.
Yep, perfect. So coming to the shop in August from Blackcurrant, this is a preview. It's not in the shop yet. They have come out with a 4-ply, which is the fingering weight, 100% BFL, and it's gorgeous.
It is so pretty.
Squish, squish, squish. Yes, so this will be coming really soon. This is Blue Akara here.
This one is Half Moon Beta. So pretty. This yarn came in and all of us kind of ran over and oohed and
yeah. Acropora is this sort of lilac-y gray. It's really pretty. It feels so good.
Staghorn. Just sort of like a beigey taupe.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah. And they're cream. Now this is natural blue paste Leicester. This is the color. It's like this yellow buttery cream. And they're calling it Blushing Star, which is very, very nice. So all of these yarns are, actually, do you want to do the blue one?
Sure.
I'll do the pink one. Glow Light Tetra is this one.
Making faces at the name, like, how do I say that?
Although, this is your color, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
I think all of these.
Are
except
your
for
color?
Probably the taupe. Joniopora?
Wow. Jonia, Pora?
We're going to say Jonia.
Safer.
Yeah. Light blue.
And then lastly, this lovely leatherback,
It's so pretty.
which is a dyed gray.
We got to
Yes,
show these all together.
Yes.
They really do play so well together.
they do, don't they? All right, let's see.
There we go.
Lovely, lovely. All right.
Yep. There we go. So those are coming soon. So make sure you're on our newsletter so that you know exactly when.
Exactly. If you're not already on our newsletter, why? And it's time to get on it, because we do. That's where we give you the dates and the times that things are actually going to launch.
Yes.
Yes, and we do love chatting with you there.
Mm-hmm. So then what we have is our sweater KAL coming up, and we have lots of new sweater kits, either in the shop or coming starting today.
Yes, yes. So yes, we have lots. Thank you for shopping with us and knitting along. We can see that you're getting ready, which is so exciting.
Yes.
Have you decided what you're knitting?
I think I'm gonna knit a Radari.
Ooh, a classic.
I have had the yarn for the Radari and I want to wear it.
So yes, it's a classic pattern by Veris Jon's daughter.
And I believe it's a men's sweater. So I'm gonna knit a size. I want it to be a nice, roomy, cozy.
Yeah.
So.
Have you picked your colors yet?
I have. It's gonna have like a light blue overall color, and it's got some rusty colors in it and a cream.
Oh, that sounds really good. Well, I knit one a while back, and this is it.
Yeah. And
it's knit in Letlopi, of course.
Yeah.
Which is very economical too.
Yeah.
It's a lovely, fun knit. I did screw up the pattern.
It's okay.
But you know, it's a design element.
Yeah.
And
nobody would notice.
No, exactly, right? No regrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. I knit it for John, but he found it too high in the neck.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I'm taking it back then. And I will wear it over a t-shirt and, you know, long leggings or something like that.
I think too, like, I'm okay with it. I'm not a big woman, so I'll probably try to find the size where I won't be swimming in it completely, but I'm okay if it's a little bit big and roomy.
But it's lovely, isn't it?
It really is.
The design is great.
Pattern.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Very, very nice. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Right now, my main contender for me is the Keris by Marie Wallen, which is a sleeveless, all over colorwork vest, because I swatched for that and I've kind of set it aside now, wondering if that's what I'm going to knit. So there's still opportunity for something else to sneak in there.
Yeah.
But I think I want to knit that.
Yes. Yeah. We do ask that if you're knitting along with us that you sign up for the sweater KAL. Sign up is free. It is available on the website now.
Yep.
For this KAL, you do have to use 80%, at least 80% of Woolly Thistle yarn purchased at any point in time.
Yeah, you can use stash that you have from us, but we do ask that it'd be at least 80%, which I think you have a good way of describing that, you know, if you're doing a colorwork yoke, the color work might be from somewhere else, but you know, the main sweater is in Woolly Thistle acquired yarn. Yeah, so sign up now. We want everyone who's going to knit along with us to sign up. Is free, so that's good. There already is a lot of chatter in our Facebook group. We have a Ravelry thread going.
Yep.
And so we are getting ready. What is the start date? The actual start date?
The start date is August 19th.
So we're in plenty time. We're in prep mode, which is as much fun to me, and I know you love prepping and deciding, and that, you know, just sort of getting your ducks in a row.
I do. It's interesting too, because I was fully in sock mode, and now my brain is starting to be like, oh, what sweater next? So I'm so close on my vanilla fluff.
Yeah.
So I'm.
Did you bring that today?
I didn't bring it today because it looks the same as last time.
Okay.
It's been so hot.
Yeah.
It's been so hot.
Doesn't matter. We are knitting through the heat.
And I have knit through some of the heat with it, but I'm like,
sweaty fingers.
I'm like, I'll just work on my socks.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm hoping that once the heat breaks, that I'll be able to just fly through the rest of those sleeves. And it'll be done.
Yeah.
It'll be
Sounds
done.
good. Sounds good.
So
do you get stuck on Sleeve Island?
Not usually. Sleeves don't really bother me. They do. I feel like they grow. Like my arm's not that long. But I think too, especially like the shorties. I'm really enjoying the shorties.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's right. Your little.
So yeah,
good.
so they're just flying along.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. So, and in preparation for the KAL, we have a number of sweater kits that some are new today.
Yep.
Available this Friday.
Oh, and we have the whole collection of existing and new ones on the shop. So if you go to the shop and click Sweater KAL, you will see everything, whether it's here or not, you know, whether it's to come, because we wanted you to be able to, you know, see what would be coming and plan ahead.
Yeah.
So yes,
Yeah,
So
and
what's
any
coming
of the
today?
kits that are in that collection, we feel confident that we'll be able to get to you in time for you to cast on.
Exactly.
If there's a sweater kit in the shop, like I know the tree light, we got a question about the tree light. We don't feel confident we'll be able to restock that in time. For the KAL. That's why it's not in the collection.
And unfortunately, Marie Wallen is, we're not getting
a restock in time.
No, which is too bad. So, but for those of you who maybe have a kit sitting, this might be the time to consider casting that on for the KAL.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we have that's going in the shop today?
Going in the shop today is a kit for the Solvig cardigan by
Right.
Kristen Drysdale.
Yeah.
So
Lovely.
that one, we can put a photo here of the pattern.
Yep.
And then this is the an example of the kit that you get.
Yep.
The
Yarn
only thing
set.
we yarn set that you get. Pattern must be purchased from Kristen. We don't include that sweater. Gives you an option to do little bits of embroidery on the cuffs and stuff. And you use such a small amount of yarn that we didn't feel like it was the right thing to charge you for a full ball of yarn. So we suggest you go scrap diving.
Yep. Exactly. If you want to do a little bit of embroidery, you don't have to.
So in the yarn set, you get all the yarn that you need. You get a cute little stitch marker, which
it's on the other
is
side.
on the other side,
and a bag. Love these bags.
totes.
Really good size, good sweater size, but not too big.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So
So
that's
Solvig
going in today.
is in today.
And those are the colors that are in the pattern.
And Solvig, we have to show these.
Yeah.
Solvig, on that cardigan, she uses the little iron hook closures. And
Very traditional, lovely.
yeah. So
And we have several different designs available.
yes, they're so pretty.
So you get to purchase these if you want a la carte and choose the one that speaks to you, like this one.
Yeah,
I love that. Yep, very nice.
they are. They're so pretty.
Once you get your yarn set, your pattern from Krista, and your closures, you'll be good to go.
Kristen.
From Kristen. Krista's here.
Also from Kristen is the Maddie.
Yes.
The Maddie pullover.
So are we offering this in different colors?
We are. So we have it in this soft orange brown with cream.
Mm-hmm.
We have it in the blue. This is the medium blue.
So it's not the same blue as is in the photo, but that's fine. You can do it in any color.
And then there's also
gorgeous.
the green, the medium gray green.
That's really nice.
It is really
So have we paired it with cream?
Yeah,
every
the cream
time?
is
Oh, gorgeous.
I know.
I love this color too. So this is Biche Bouche.
Biche Bouche Le Petit. I will say too, you might get Biche Bouche has been changing some of their skeins, so you may get a ball
Or
for some of the cream or a skein.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make sure that you get same dye lots of whatever that you get, but that's just that they're the same.
They're going
switched
through a change, of some sort.
They're going through change.
Aren't we all? Okay. All right. So, anything else?
We also had a restock of the Delilah
No.
kit.
Yes, this is from Grey Sheep Co., which is Emma. And she and Marie Wallen work together sometimes. And this is actually a Marie Wallen design. And we had this in the shop and they flew out the door.
Yeah.
So we got some more.
So we got a restock. So it comes in this cute little
Grey sheep bag.
tote. And it comes with everything that you need.
Look at this.
All the yarn that you need.
Yes, to knit this. So it comes in different sizes, from soft through 3XL, and it's beautiful. So the colors are the same as what's in the pattern.
Yep.
So this is truly a kit, which is perfect. And then on the back of her tote is that, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So we have quite a few of these.
Yeah.
But they will go fast, we anticipate, based on how they sold last time.
Yep. So these did, I had to show these. These did go in the shop on Tuesday, but we had a good number. So if you're interested, head to the shop now.
Right now, you can pause and even okay.
Yeah. And this one comes with the pattern. It comes with everything.
Yep, it's a kit, so that's fabulous.
Now this is the home sweater.
The home sweater is doing so well. This is a Rauma Strikkegarn pattern. Yes, right here. So it's a cream base, and then you can have different colors for your yoke, and it's got that little fleece stitch.
Yes.
throughout.
And Krista, who works here, spent some time in Norway, and she let us know that home is the translation, but I don't know how you say this. Yemet, I think is what we said. There's some joking. Yemet. But I guess that's a brand.
Okay.
That would be similar to like a Better Homes and Gardens. So this is partly at that branding. So the translation is home sweater, but I think it also has something to do with the
Okay.
So, but it's a really pretty
it is
classic Norwegian
exactly
style.
And it's a yoked sweater, so easy shaping.
Yeah.
And this is truly a kit.
It's truly a kit. It comes with the pattern booklet.
Is this the blue that's in there?
So yes, we used the colors that they recommended from the booklet.
Right. So you will get.
I think we added one or two other options.
Yes. So I like this one.
I think that is.
That's also on the pattern and the red.
Yeah.
And then we added this one. It looks like.
Yeah. Which
is nice.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And then the blue.
It's selling very well. I think we'll see a few of those in the KAL.
It looks like a cozy, easy to wear sweater.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a full-on kit because you get the book pattern with it and all the yarn you need, and you're good to go. We try to make it easy for you. The Nordic knitting primer is back in.
Yep, the primer's back in stock. So are some of the kits that we have that go with it. There's like a hat in there.
Starter kits.
Yeah. And I also pulled out hand knits from Rauma. At that book, there's a lot of really pretty sweaters in there, so if you're not sure what you want to knit, but you love Rauma, that's a good choice.
We probably have a reel somewhere on Instagram flipping through the book, so check that out. All right, is there anything else that we have to show?
No, I think that's it. I think we showed we can show this one. We can show with one more kit. I thought we'd shown this one, but I don't think we had. This one's been in the shop for a while. This is a yarn set for the Lunenburg sweater.
Another very popular. No wonder. Look at those colors.
I know.
This is Savory Knitting's design.
And Christopher's.
Yep. And
so pretty.
Yeah. This does end up selling out pretty much every time we get.
Yeah.
And of course, Lichen and Lace has to dye the yarn to order. So if you're interested in that, I would get that rather than letting them sell out and having to wait again.
Yeah.
Hand dyed, so nice variegated, dark and light shades within the dye job.
It is a rustic wool, but I think
lovely.
Lots of people wear it.
Loads. Yeah. So that again is a yarn set that we have.
Yeah.
So we have to go and visit with Rachel. We'll let her take us out. But we must not forget that we have another winner.
Oh, that's right.
I know, right?
So sorry. I almost forgot. If you've stuck with us this long.
Yes, maybe this is you.
Maybe this is you. Bonita Pearl is our second winner for the day. And Bonita says, lovely podcast. I especially enjoyed the visit to Fair Isle and your interview with Denise. Much love to you on your new life adventures, Corrine.
Oh, thank you, Bonita. Well, congratulations. Just send us an email with winner in the info or in the...
subject line.
Thank you. And send an email to us at info@thewoollythistle.com. And to everybody else, we do this. We try and pick 2 winners every episode. So give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Anything you like. So, well done, Bonita.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's everything.
So we will let Rachel take us out. She's here with a special sort of segment this month with an update on Blossom and her sheep and her lambs.
And lots of weather.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, enjoy, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And just remember, if you go out,
take your knitting.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello Woolly Thistlers, it's Rachel from Barkland Croft here in Fair Isle, and welcome to Fair Isle in summer. We are just into the second week of July, and for about the past 5 weeks or so, the weather has just been awful. We've had rain, we've had fog, we've had gales. It's felt like it's been never ending at times. Normally by this point of the year, I'd aim to have most, if not all, of my sheep clipped by now, certainly by the time we start baling, which is around the second half of July. And so far, I've not been able to get any sheep clipped. We have had the odd day where we've had sort of half a day of sunshine and you think, oh great, the sheep are starting to dry out, I'll be able to start clipping tomorrow. And then the fog comes down and it's wet and drizzly and the sheep just get wet all over again. I think the only good thing to come out of such a wet month has been that the wildflowers are starting to bloom and carpet the fields, which make for a really pretty sight. Well, you are long overdue an update about Blossom, and I was so touched by your concern for her in the comments on my other videos. So this is Seraph, her little boy. And he was born around 5 o'clock in the morning on the 4th of May, and she had him all by herself, absolutely no problems at all, perfect delivery, and mum and lamb were both very healthy. Busby was a very proud dad and sent Blossom and Seraph a lovely bunch of daffodils. A short time after Seraph was born, Blossom developed a slight prolapse, so she had to wear this special harness for about 10 days just to keep everything inside of her and give it a chance to heal, and I'm really pleased to say it healed perfectly. Well, on Friday the 13th of May, Midnight gave birth to a little ram lamb. He's called Jason. Absolutely no problems at all, and healthy mum and healthy lamb, which was super. And Big Girl was very keen to see what was going on and supervise. Who's a handsome boy? By now, Big Girl was about the size of a family car and was several days over her due date, so Scampy decided to see if a massage might help speed things along. It seemed to do the trick, and in the early hours of the 23rd of May, Big Girl gave birth to a yow lamb called Tiddlywink and a ram lamb called Branston. Unfortunately, after about 24 hours, she decided that she didn't want Tiddlywink, she only wanted Branston. So she kept pushing Tiddlywink away and wouldn't let her feed, so I had to hand rear Tiddlywink as a caddy lamb, although she still spends a lot of time with her mum and her brother. Where's Tiddlywink? I'm a Tiddlywink. Oh, it's all gone. All gone, look. All gone. You've drunk it all. Also in May, a lovely lady called Jean from Texas, who's also a woolly thistler, was spending a few weeks staying at Fair Isle Studio. She came to visit me a couple of times on the croft and did a couple of hill rotas with me, and during a stay one of her friends called Fiona from the Isle of Bressa in Shetland came to visit us for a day trip. Both Jean and Fiona are weavers, and I got thoroughly spoiled with these presents, including my very own woolly thistle bag. This little video clip was taken about a month after Seraph was born, and you can hopefully just see Blossom's legs are starting to improve a bit. Her front right leg, she's getting that a bit straighter than it was, but she's still having trouble with her front left, although it's not impeding her much at all, especially where food's concerned. So we're now 2 months after Seraph was born, and although Blossom's front left leg still is quite bent and will take quite a bit of time to come good, her front right leg is really nice and straight now, so fingers crossed for a full recovery. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this update on the lambs and the sheep, and here's a cute little clip of Seraph as a baby.